So what I'm going to do is, in this video, I want to show you how to set up a base JavaFx project so that we can use this as a starter for any future GUI applications. So I'm going to go create new, again, JavaFx application, go next. I'm going to call it M10 default JavaFx GST 7010, and I'll click finished. Now there's a few things that I want to do. I'm going to do it in a certain way, hoping that IntelliJ will rename things and refactor things properly. So one of the first things is that the base package is sample, so I'm going to actually rename that. So refactor rename. And it's important to do it this way because that way it'll update all the files and we hopefully won't corrupt anything. So I'm going to call it BSIT. And then I'm going to right click and put a new package on this, and I'll call it JS. And I want to get all of these in there, so I'm going to pick them up and I'll go refactor move, and I want to move it to bcit.js. And what I'm hoping is that because it's doing the move, it'll update the file here, but it still might break. I'll go OK. Okay, it still broke. So I'm going to go in here and I'll go edit. So right now it was pointing to bcit main, but it didn't pick up the kind of the move to bcit.js main. Okay, so everything's okay there. So right now we're just getting it sort of renamed to our standard. In that, there's a few other things that I want to do, and then I'm going to have to go in and change some things. So I want to refactor rename main to main stage. I'll refactor that, and I want this to be main stage fxml. And that's more for me, like main stage fxml goes with main. And then I'm going to call this the main stage controller, and then I, as a human, I understand how all that links because they have similar names. So let's go main stage in front of it. And the thing is, when you do it this way with the refactor tool, usually it picks up a lot of your changes. So if I go into the fxml file right now, I'll see that it picked up now bcit.js main stage controller. So it's it's been tracking all those things I've been changing, which I'm happy with. Now I'm gonna go set my language to match it with the SDK, which is gonna cause things to go red. File, project structure, and on the project part of the project settings, I'm gonna match 10 with 10. And this is the module issue. I'm going to apply that, go OK. So when I go back to main now, everyone's going to be complaining. So what I'll do is I'll go get my one of my e-snippets, and I will get, I believe it's this one here, GST JavaFX default module info. Sounds good. So it's tying everything to bcit.js, which is what I want. I'm going to go here, right click, do a new module info .java file. Again, I'm going to match the name to match my base package bcit.js. Actually, I just need to highlight this and paste in my snippet, and I'll be happy. And again, it's telling my project that it wants graphics, it wants controls, it needs fxml because I'm using that to define the interface, and also to export my stuff so that JavaFX graphics and JavaFX fxml can use it. I'm going to go back to main now. A lot of the red's gone away, so I'm happy with that. I'll just collapse the snippets here. And I'm going to make the default 800 by 600. So I'm happy there. That looks okay. Yeah, we'll save that. We'll change the title to Welcome to JST 7010 for now. And I'm just going to run it. And all I'm hoping is that it appears on the screen. You know, no red text. You never know what's going to happen. Made a lot of changes there, but it's just setting it up so for future projects, so that all those edits I just did, I won't have to do. It'll come in like this. Well, that's the plan anyway. Okay, so we have errors. So let's take a look and see if I can. Line 13. I didn't actually like that. Yes, this gets interesting. I might have to put a. Once you start doing this, it seems if it gets a little bit deeper, you need the / in front of it, which is the root folder. So I'm going to give that a shot. I've had that happen before. And we'll see if that helps out. And that fixed the problem. Right? So do you start at the root or not? It seems to be different with different libraries, and so I just run the code and adjust accordingly. Okay. So what it's doing is trying to find BCIT.js main stage at FXML, and it needed that / in front of it, and it seems to have fixed things. So from the root of your source folder, go down and find main stage FXML. So things look good. There's one more thing I want to try, and I want to mess around with it. Basically, I want to have an icon. So I want to change the icon, the default icon that's up in the corner there. So first, I'm going to, in my source package, I'm going to put a new package, even though it's really a directory, and I'm going to call it images. I don't need it in uppercase. Images. Here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the file system. So I'm going to go out to GIST 7010. I think I have an icons folder there. And I have a globe icon. So I'm going to copy this. Copy. And I will right click on images and go paste. There it is. And yes, it's fine with me. So now I physically have it in my project. And so I'm going to see if this will actually work. This little trick here. I'm going to close all these off. So I can do this even after I show the stage in that. But usually you want showing the stage to be the last thing. So I'll go to primary stage. I'm going to go get its icons and add a new one to it. And I'm going to have to make this on the fly, so make me a new image, JavaFx image. And it can fire off a lot of different ways. One of them is a stream. So I can go get class like it does up here. So get class and .get resource as a stream. And what I want to get is images. And it was what? Earth PNG. So Earth PNG -1.png. We hope. And we'll see if a semicolon would help on the end there. And all I'm looking for is that the icon changes as well. So if you want to have a default icon for your app, I'll show you where it shows up. It shows up in a couple places actually. If this works. So we do see it here, right? So we see this globe icon in the corner. But notice that down on the taskbar, you also see the globe icon and that. And so that's what I want to have as a base. Now I may add more stuff to this base in the end in that, but that's not a bad place to start. It's everything renamed the way we want. It's got its own custom icon. It's got the module info file in it, so that makes me happy to deal with dealing with building new projects in the end, and so or in the future. And so that's a lot of stuff going on there. That's not a bad place to say, okay, let's use that as a base. Maybe we add more over time. And I could be under tools, save a project as a template. So I'm going to do that. And that felt like it didn't work. So sometimes this description, yes, this description thing can throw it off. For whatever reason, this has to be all on one line. So I'm going to go save all. You can either delete the file, but it seems if you go multi-line is where there's a little bit of a silent crash in the background. So I'm going to save as project template. Now, now it pops up. And what I call it, I'll just call it, instead of mod 10, I'll just knock that off. Default JavaFx for GST 7010. And I'll leave it like that. Okay, and it should be in the project wizard now. So I'm going to close this project. And we'll see if it actually, and I'll remove this from the list. And I'll go create a new project. Next. I should go back previous. User defined. It's down here. So default JavaFX for GST 7010. So if we want to use it, it's going to be down in this area. Next. I'll just call it test for now. And I'll go finished. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how much we get. That sort of thing. Now I still might have to set language, so it'd be interesting to see. So I'm going to open this up. Source bsite.tjs, that's good. Images, my icon's there. My module info is there. Fantastic. Main stage is there with my changes and that. It's all looking good. Definitely probably want to change out the grid pane in the future, but I just want to, that's enough to get us up and going from there. One thing is to see what the language setting would be. So project structure 1010, so we remembered that too. Fantastic. So great stuff. So that gives us a big head start, so that anytime we do a JavaFX one, we can kind of grab this as a template. And again, we can make changes to this to adjust the template as well. To probably want to put a border pane in instead of a grid pane, but that's okay. So for now, this concludes this video.